Om Sai Ram, dear family and friends. Whilst we are gathered here this morning in a very, very sad time in our lives, as we gather to bid farewell to my dear, darling, eldest sister, whom we've formerly known as Akka in our lives. I know that she's touched many lives in a very, very profound way. And all we heard from everyone is the impact she delivered to the lives of the many people that we met and chatted with over the past few days. So this morning we are gathered here to pay tribute, to show our respects to the departed soul. And I urge and I appeal humbly to everyone if we could observe silence whilst we seated in the hall. Because we like the bhajans and kirtans, and in between we will have some people singing bhajans and songs. So we'd like to observe silence, please, if you can. I know some of us in families, we don't meet often. So these are the gatherings we tend to meet sadly. But if you want to have your conversations, perhaps, you can take a little walk outside and have a chat outside and try to observe silence the best we can. If cell phones can be switched to silent mode, the bathrooms are in the back on my left. If you need to go to the bathroom, there is water available to those that actually need to have a little drink, because it's a long few hours that we have to be in this hall for. So later on, I'll touch with you again, because we have quite a few speakers that have come forward and say they'd like to pay tribute to my sister. So in the meantime, if we could just observe silence and take in the lovely bhajans that's going to be rendered. And it was done by my nephew Keegan on a USB, and he's going to be playing the bhajans and kirtans for us. Thank you so much, family and friends.
ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ गणपति नमः। तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो तन्ने प्रचोदयात्। ॐ விநாயகனே கனக நன்பினும் பெருகிரசி எமக நவசக்தி விநாயகனே மாயா பிறவிய மயக்கம் பருந்தாய் தாயாக பக்தன் தையமே புரிந்தாய் மாயா பிறவிய மயக்கம் பருந்தாய் தாயாக பக்தன் தையமே புரிந்தாய் உன்னிட பாவிங்கள் போக்கிட சீந்தாய் உன்னிட பாவிங்கள் போக்கிட சீந்தாய் நோயாமல் எம்மே காத்தருள் சீந்தாய் நோயாமல் எம்மே காத்தருள் சீந்தாய் நவசக்தி விநாயகனே கனக நன்பினும் பெருகிரசி எமக நவசக்தி விநாயகனே
Mannequin, can I have your attention? Is a Corolla Cross, grey Corolla Cross that is blocking somebody's driveway. Please remove your vehicle. Nandri and thank you. Can I ask you to please observe silence while I'm having service? And for those of you who want to join me with the service, you are most welcome to do so. Nandri and thank you.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Sairam, dear family and friends. Today is a very, very difficult day for most of us seated here. It's not easy to bid farewell to our darling sister, who was the eldest sister of our family. But most of all, a vibrant soul who touched so many hearts in so many ways, and most profound ways may I add. So we've had a number of people that have come forward and say they'd just like to pay a short tribute. So I'd like to ask each one of you to bear with us while the tributes come in. We'll try and space them out. But first up this morning, we have the second daughter of my sister, Viji, who will come forward and give her speech, followed by a voice note from Logesan all the way from Australia. Before Logesan shares his voice note, I'd like to say my sister was a great influencer. She was the heartbeat of a lot of children, some of whom you are seated here today and you perhaps hear them speak later. She touched them in so many ways, encouraging them to be something more every day in their lives. As much as Logesan was away, he spent many years during his varsity times with my sister's home, and he just loved her unconditionally, and she did the same for Logesan. So we're proud that they kept the bond, they kept the communication, they kept in touch, and they always said how much they loved each other, including Logesan's wife and the children. So we're very proud that children don't forget, and I think that's the important thing. And when you start persevering in your own career path and things, you don't forget your roots, you don't forget the people who have helped you in the journey and to climb up that little ladder in their lives. But most of all, ladies and gentlemen, little children, I'd like to say that children showed a lot of respect. And I think that's what she instilled them, values of respect and to be able to love. And that were the words that she shared with us all. She was strict, she was very disciplinary in many ways. We all of us experienced that in our lives. But through that all, she shared a love in so many ways. And I think most of all what people say is how my sister made them feel. It's about when you walk away from that home and how you feel. That stays with you, and the legacy and the memories that stay with you forever. So at this juncture, I'd like to call Viji to the mic. Viji, if you could please come forward.
Om Sairam, and a very good afternoon to family and friends. I am Mrs G Reddy, the second daughter of our beloved mum. I've been given the most difficult task of paying tribute on behalf of our siblings, Kadmi, Thilen, Vimla, and Selvi. Our mum was not only a mother to us, but to many. Mum was a woman of immense strength and grace. She taught us the meaning of resilience, showing us to face challenges and never give up. One of the things we will cherish about our mother is her boundless kindness. She had a way of making everyone feel welcome and valued. She would go out of her way to help others, whether it was a kind word, home-cooked meals, or a presence. Mum's generosity touched many lives, will definitely leave an indelible mark on all those that knew her. Our mother was a disciplinarian, not only to us, but everyone whom she held close to her heart. She never hesitated to give us a rapping if we went out of line, irrespective of our age, but she loved us nevertheless. Mom, we thank you for all that you did for us, especially Kadni. You did your very best to make sure that she was comfortable. We thought that you were going to get better. We're going to miss your delicious meals and pickles, not forgetting the prepared meals for an entire week, so that I don't have to stress when I get back from work. We are going to miss you immensely, Ma. We will carry on your memories in our hearts forever, and will strive to honor you in all that we do. I would like to use this platform to thank our dearest aunts and uncles that have helped our mom throughout the journey in life. It wasn't an easy journey, but you all made her feel comfortable. We really appreciate you, and may you and your families be eternally blessed. In closing, I would like to share a quote that reminds us of our beloved mom. A mother's love is the heart of the family. May your love and legacy live in all of us. Thank you, family and friends, for all your support during this difficult time. Go well, Mom. Your hard-working hands are now at rest. We love you. Goodbye till we meet again. From Kadni and Roy, Viji, Thilen, Babla, and Selvi. Thank you.
Choose your family, yet you chose us, wonderful beloved. You took my family and I into the depths of your heart, nurturing us with It is often said that you don't get to choose your family, yet you chose us, wonderful beloved Pusati. You took my family and I into the depths of your heart, nurturing us with love and warmth, carefully placing us into your life. We are eternally grateful and forever indebted under the grace of your love, shining in all its glory beyond your physical existence. You are now our angel above, and we continue to honor you with fullness of memories and resonance of feelings and warmth in the thought of you. Our gratitude is insurmountable, and we will love you forever. Thank you so much, Pusati, for all that you brought to us. You are eternally loved and appreciated. Go well, till our paths are destined to meet again. Fly with the angels like the angel that you are.
To dearest Pusati, as I've affectionately referred to you over the years, it hurts me so much that you are no more. It's difficult to accept you are gone and that I will not hear your voice again. My memories of you through the years, spanning back to when I was a little kid, will remain etched in my heart forever. More so, the feelings of being accepted and seen will remain with me forever. You were an exceptionally authentic person who loved and cared in abundance, blessed with those whose lives you touched. But one constant was your consistent and unwavering love through the years. My wife and kids were fortunate to experience the same. You were wise beyond your generation, and I always admired your independence, strength, and courage. You were always present during the good times, during the bad times, and you were always present to support, mediate, listen, encourage, and mend broken bridges. During my university years, temperament and navigated accordingly. I remember you being sad when I was immigrating, but nonetheless selflessly encouraged me to pursue my opportunities. I remember your words to me distinctly. You said, "You will be far now, and when I die, don't come down. Rather take a moment and pray for me." It pains me to not reach closure of your passing, or to see you once again, or hear your soothing voice. Regardless, I will continue to pray for you. To me, the magnitude of you is beyond your physical existence, and you will forever live in my heart and memories. I know that the sentiment is vastly felt by those who are fortunate to have you in their lives. It pains me to refer to you in the past, leaving me pondering on our last words, last conversation, and last call. The essence of you outlived your physical being and will remain with me eternally. Go well, rest well, dear Prasanthi.
To our beloved Bruce I, who has recently gained wings, we love and miss you. Although saying goodbye is never easy, we will always cherish the memories that we have shared with you. From the Tamil calendars that you would always say for Ivan and I, to the delicious treats that you would greet us with as soon as we stepped inside in your loving home. You were nothing but an authentic, kind, and beautiful person with the purest of souls. Thank you for always caring for us, especially Dad, and for treating us like we were your own grandchildren. Although I still cannot fathom that you're gone, I have come to the realization that we will no longer hear your voice or be embraced by your warm nature. They say that acceptance is the hardest part of us all, but I know that your spirit will continue to live on and watch over us and your beautiful family.
Dear Bruce, the thoughts of you no longer being with us in this world is truly heart-shattering. You are the kindest and sweetest person I have ever met. You treated us like family, which I value a lot. I appreciate everything you have done for me, from the beautiful calendars you would give us, even though they might have been a couple of years out of date. It was the most heartwarming and most special gesture anyone has ever done for me. To your amazing and evolved way of thinking and treating everyone with respect and love. We love you and will miss you immensely. And though your being is no longer with us, your memory still lives on within our hearts. Through the amazing memories you have given us, we will miss you.
Dear family and friends, we have to say our sincere thanks to Vijay, who encapsulated the relationship with their mom and what she meant to them in their lives. She was a powerful woman in their lives, and they say heaven lies at the foot of your mother. And I think they were so privileged to have that mother who was very spiritual, taught them the ways in life, but above all to remember God always. For to put God first is the most important and fundamental things in all our lives, and her children were the beneficiary of those teachings. And our appeal to them, and we believe that they will be guided by her Spirit, who will be watching over them at all times. And even when I talked to the twins, they used to tell me the one thing we learned from Mama was praise. She taught us how to pray, she taught us how to do this, she taught us right from wrong. And I think those are the things, when I remember the twins in the foundation years of their lives when they're growing, she used to go to work. Those two little boys were brought up by my sister, who fed them daily on her way to work, made their cereal, made their porridge, dropped it off at their homes, and made sure that they had a meal. So she did not take care of only her own children, she took care of the extended family. And really, for some of us, we are so selfish, we only think about ourselves. We think about what an influence and how she impacted all those who knew her. I mean, I know, like if I look at Tamika and Caleb, they also, Aya was their go-to person. Kaylee was there every day, spending hours and times with them and never bored. Her best friend, her confidant, her go-to mother was Aya. And I think those children grew up with love and she cared for them. In a message, in her letters, she wrote, "Please take care of my darlings, Caleb and Kaylee." So she really extended herself not only to her own family, but to all the others. So to the children of my sister, I know sometimes they felt very robbed of my sister's love, but I think to have inherited a mother of that nature is one of the most powerful things anyone could ever have. So the fond memory and the legacy that you will carry is something that you will treasure. To the Gessen, Maitri and the children, I think they have shared with you in their voice notes what their relationship with my sister was. And sometimes we don't know about all of these things, but I think the children carry in their hearts their memories and the fondness of the times that they've shared together. And that's what we all have to do all the times in our lives. So next up, we have a speaker who just mentioned to me earlier on, Lobni, I grew up in this home. This was my second home. He was a friend of theirs. But to him too, my sister was the mother. He spent having enjoyed many meals in the kitchen, both in Suzela and in Alcamas. And I'd like to call Joseph Perea to speak and address us this afternoon.
Program Director, the Reddy family, members of the Reddy family, friends and relatives, warm greetings to you on behalf of my family. I want to express my deepest sympathies and condolences to the Reddy family, and I trust that the God of all comfort, the God of all peace, will grant you strength and solace as you go through this very difficult period in your lives. My association with Auntie Bruce and the Reddy family goes back to my early days at Suzela. And we were very, very close. Tiller and I were very good friends, playing soccer together and also participating in athletics, which we did very well, where we went up, even up to the national level, competing with other schools. Auntie Bruce used to live next to the telephone booth in Suzela. Those of you from Suzela will know that there was a washing stone in that area, and we used to sit on that washing stone from morning right till the afternoon, discussing various topics. Many academics came out from that washing stone, which we used to call the University of Washington. And so Tiller and I and many other guys used to sit, and we used to do a lot of activities there on that washing stone. And Auntie Bruce will make sure that sometimes we'll have our breakfast, we'll have our lunch, and if we are there right till the evening, we'll even have supper. And we used to always be blessed with lovely porridge and pickles. And the guys used to get up to mischief, screaming, making noise, disturbing the other residents. But Auntie Bruce was always so calm and so collected, and always will come to see us and even chat with us. She used to also answer the telephone because the booth was attached to her house. And so many family and friends from different parts used to phone their family members in Suzela. And so Auntie Bruce used to play the part of a receptionist as well. She'll answer the call and make sure she calls those people to come and take the call. I had many memorable moments with Auntie Bruce and the family. As this Logie mentioned, that I used to have my meals, it was my second home. We used to go so often, even with the girls, we used to play with them. And we had a very, very cordial relationship. It so happened that we moved to Amkumas in the 80s, and Auntie Bruce also moved to Amkumas, and we stayed not far away on the same road. And I used to travel with Auntie Bruce and Tilen to Sizela. They worked at the sugar mill, and I was teaching at Sizela Primary. And that reminds me, when I started teaching, Auntie Bruce was the one that bought me a typewriter. Now, you all know that in the 80s, a typewriter was a luxury. And so she actually got a second-hand typewriter for me and made sure that I have one so that I could execute my duties. Also, she used to photostat many textbooks. And because textbooks were so expensive, and when we used to study through UNISA and even through other universities, we could not buy those textbooks. So Auntie Bruce used to go in a working place and photostat those books and make it available to us. So we owe a lot, much of my academic accomplishments I can attribute it to her. She played a very pivotal part in my life. I used to also stay in late hours at Auntie Bruce's house, and many a time, well, you know, children love fun, and many times used to get into mischief as well. Sometimes come very late, he don't tell his mom where he's going. And so Auntie Bruce used to phone me, and I used to go looking for children in the odd hours of the morning and bring him safely home. Most of the time, I took the blame for all the trouble that children caused. But we had such a wonderful relationship. And Auntie was always so grateful to me, because whenever I was there, she knew that Tillian was safe and that I would bring him home safe. There are some very commendable and very conspicuous attributes of Auntie Bruce that I'd like to mention today. You know, in the Bible, there's a book called Romans. It is chapter 16, and the Apostle Paul describes a wonderful, remarkable woman. And these are his words. He says, I commend to you, my dear sister Phoebe, accorded the privilege of being a sister, a saint, and a star. Now, here he describes this beautiful woman called Phoebe, and amongst all the people that helped him in his life, he singles out this woman, and he says this woman is a very special woman. She is special because of 3 words that he described. Number 1, he says that she was a sister to him. And I must say that Auntie Bruce indeed was a sister to many of us. She had the motherly qualities, but she came down to be a sister. And you can't call anybody a sister. Only those that are close to you, who have a personal relationship with you, you can call that person a sister. And I want to say that Auntie Bruce has been a sister, not only to her sisters and to her brother, but to the extended sisters and brothers out there. She has really been a sister to us. Then also she was a saint. As many speakers must have mentioned today, they said that she's a very religious person. She loved a spiritual life. She loved a devotion. And you can see that in her children and even in the grandchildren. She was very devoted and committed to a religion. She was a very spiritual person. But then also she is a star. She is somebody that shines out. You know, she was like a star that was placed central in the firmament. Very, very bright, shone extremely bright. And that is Auntie Bruce. She always stretched out a hand to help those in need. I remember she took Caleb and Kaylin under her wings, and I think one of the speakers mentioned that. She used to come to me and ask me for all the homework and the notes, whatever was given in school, and I used to give it to her, and very, very religiously she used to teach those children. Now, that is a quality that very, very few people have. Nobody will want to take somebody else's children under their care and tutelage and to teach them, but she did that. And there are so many other qualities about her that I want to mention today. But I also want to say today she has been a role model not only to the community in Suzela, but also to the community in Amkumas as well. She was a mentor. What she knew, she taught, although she had a very limited education, but she really mentored many, many people. She is also a spiritual monitor, somebody that you could look up, somebody that you can ask for advice and guidance. But I think most importantly, taking into account her background, a person that didn't have a lot of education, she was a multiplier in her own sense. She brought growth and development, not only to her children and her grandchildren, but to those around her as well. So today, we applaud a wonderful woman, a remarkable woman that lived a good life and that she has impacted so many people in her life. So today we honor her, we pay tribute to her, and I pray that a rich legacy, her children and grandchildren will follow her all the days of her life. I thank you.
Thank you, Joseph. I think, for somebody that had grown with my sister and having experienced all those moments from over the years in Suzela, I met someone that came to visit yesterday and he said the days in Suzela were the best days of his life and he was 84 years. So no matter where you go in life, I think where your roots are is the years and the foundation that's laid for bringing you up and laying it for what you are going to become later on. So I think Joseph was fortunate that he managed to have time with my sister in Amkumas as well, and I know she used to speak of him very fondly of how he's assisting. So thank you so much for Joseph for engaging with her and keeping her updated with a lot of stuff when it comes to education. So next up, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have our mother here, Mrs. Jenny Govender, who will read a few more bhajans, and then we'll have our next speakers. And I think we'll have 2 more speakers, have a few more bhajans, and then we'll have a few more speakers again. Thank you so much for being patient, and most of all, being silent. Thank you.
என் தேவனே
Sairam, dear family and friends. I've been just approached by Pastor David Pillay, who would like to pay a short tribute. Pastor David Pillay, I know you are in a bit of a rush to go to another event. So he's had an association with my sister, and a more recent, I think he's been involved in some renovation when I heard my sister. So he obviously had great interaction over the years with my sister. So we look forward to you listening to Pastor David paying his tribute. Thank you, Pastor David.
Our program director, our priest, our believing family, and our people, namaste, vanakkam, and greetings to one and all of you. It is really an honor to say a few words. You know, really speaking, there's no time to even say. You know, a mother of great endurance and faithfulness, humility, strong character, and a very firm discipline. At times, you know, I had to also help myself in humbling myself and taking discipline from her. I got acquainted more with the work that she has given me in her house with great trust. And through that work, days and times, a relationship grew stronger by the day. I honored her, I respected her for the person that she was. I salute her for the work that she played out in the family. I salute her for the mother, granny, friend, to also taking on under her wing and adopting Kaden and Kaden as the grandchildren. A mother, I watched our mother. I never read it about her in the books, but I watched their lifestyle and it caught my attention. She probably never finished school or at a certain standard, but I can tell you this, that she had great wisdom and that she was knowledgeable. She had great understanding. In fact, she was intelligent. So I agree with all our speakers that have come by over here because I witnessed it firsthand. I want to say to the family that, you know, as a mother in every home is a Lakshmi. Lakshmi is the light in the home. And when there's no light in the home, there's darkness. I want to say to the family, as the sun rises in the morning and shines his light over darkness, I want to say that God is more than that sunlight. And His light will forever shine in your heart and on your life. I pray that you'll continue to be faithful, respectful, and walk in the great legacy that Amma has left. I can tell you this, some call them Auntie Tilen, some call her Bruce Auntie. I always addressed her as Mama. I honored her as my own. And a very, very blessed woman. I tell you, I'm so honored to see so many of our senior people over here that can carry this forward. Our young people, we get distracted, but our old people can digest this and keep this and also pass it on to our children. So we will always pray for our family, for God's love, for God's peace, for God's comfort, and God's healing upon our family. I thank you all.
Thank you, Pastor David, for sharing your experience and personally having that time with my sister. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have somebody that has lived next door to my sister for many years and thereafter married and moved on, but the contact with my sister remained intact. She adopted him as her son. And if you enter my sister's home, you'll see a huge photograph with with my sister and their adopted son. So I'd like to, at this stage, to call up Sue, who will address us, and he will introduce his amazing daughter, Tamika, who was touched by my sister in the years that she was growing up as well. Thank you, Sue, for coming and always being with us.
Greetings, salutations, and condolences to everyone. My attachment with Aya, as my children and numerous others fondly refer to Auntie, was started when the Reddy family moved from Kumos from Sazela in 1986. Auntie and my late mum were allocated next door properties. Within a short space of time, we realized that we had acquired a second mom, equally caring, loving, and as you guys have heard in the previous speeches, as much a disciplinarian, but always with our best interests at heart. To further emphasize the cordial relationship shared between our two families, close to 40 years later now, there was never and still is no fence separating our both properties. Auntie was a breadwinner, employed at the agricultural department at Ilogo Sugar, until her retirement some 24 years ago. I've met quite a few of her work colleagues over the years. She was well respected, and many of her colleagues kept in contact with her well into her retirement years. Auntie was very much a part of my family, having been involved in most of my milestones, the highs and the lows. She gave my newborn children the first baths and massages, always welcoming with tasty treats, not just for the children, but us adults as well. Even up until recently in Hilton, whenever she graced us with her presence, she came armed with containers of freshly prepared eats, which I quickly moved out of sight and relished for days to come. Auntie was a cut of a cloth of a bygone era, an era of strong, independent women, an era of perseverance, high morals, courage, hard work, and servitude was the DNA. An era where of importance was not only the well-being of their own children, but extended families and the people and children in the neighborhood as well. Proud people who took pride in giving and frowned upon receiving anything not toiled for. Far cry from today's generation. I was glad that Auntie visited us in Hilton on several occasions. And the highlight for me was gifting her a gold brooch during the celebrations of my 50th birthday in 2020. In commemoration of her maternal care over me and my family, not only after, but even for decades before the passing of my own mom. Anyway, here we are. Auntie rests the angels. The giant has fallen, and a void that's almost impossible to fill has been. The most respectful we can do is to retrospect on her life's teachings and practices, and best apply them in everyday life so that we can keep her legacy going for now and future generations. Thank you.
Thank you, Sue, for sharing your precious memories with my sister. I know you were very fond of her, and I think she was. She always remembered the time she spent with you and Laura and the family. And if anything happened with you, she asked us all to pray for you all. So that was where she had a place in her heart for all of you. So thank you for keeping her in your space as well. So Tamika, what can we say? Your time with my sister was also very special, and we look forward to getting your time with her.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we gather to bid farewell to a remarkable woman, our dear Aya. Now, my earliest memories of Aya was her being busy in the kitchen or talking to me while I sat in the chair eating scrambled eggs and bread in front of this huge mirror in her lounge. And of course, always eating the delicious gurglas and bitters that she would always make when I visited. It was through her many acts of kindness, gentle words, and her ever-present smile, and I'm sure my family can agree, she created a space in her home where we all felt safe and loved. Aya has been a constant in my life and the lives of my family members. She was a friend, a mother figure, and granny to us all, and has been a pillar of strength through our hard and most turbulent times. Her care and love towards us was unwavering, and no words could ever fully express the gratitude we feel towards her. She was always there to listen, to support, and to offer wise words when we needed them most. She never missed a birthday, and always looked out for us, cheering us on in our success and comforting us in our struggles. And as we say goodbye today, let us carry forward her legacy of kindness and love, and remember her warmth that she brought into our lives. She will always hold a special place in our hearts, and for all the good deeds she has done for us, we pray she will rest in peace.
Thank you, Tamika. I know that was special, and I'm glad you had an opportunity to share your time with Aya. Next up, we have someone who spent many, many years. I think I was 4 years old when I stepped into my sister's home in Susanna. So if that home was still there, you would see my footprints on the cement floor when I entered a home and they asked me to walk on a little plank, but I refused to, and I put my footprints on that. So that stayed for many, many years. So we have a family friend who became like family, and who had a very special and close bond with my sister. And at this juncture, I'd like to call him Colin, who will pay tribute.
Hear me? Good day, my loving brothers, sisters, and respected elders. Thank you, Program Director. It is an honor and a privilege to pay homage to a loving person, the late Bruce Auntie. We are emotionally unstable that she is no more in existence on this motherly earth. She had a warm and a caring and a loving personality. The person with humility and compassion. When the late Uncle Bruce, his employment was terminated at low sugar owing to ill health, Bruce Auntie has to take on a key role as a breadwinner to provide and supplement the income. She took on meaningful tasks. The work entails the following: a nursery school teacher, housekeeper, and then a permanent job at Ilovo, agronomy department as a team maker and an admin assistant. She possessed a limited education with a wealth of experience. She was a committee member of the Siva Subramanian temple, in which she played a pivotal role. She was a motherly figure to our family. Bruce Auntie, you ran a good race and you have won. It is now time for you to rest with our Creator. Go well and be safe. Our sincere, heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family. May Shiva Paraman give you all the strength and the courage to overcome this great loss. Om Namah Shivaya. Anbu Sivame. Love God, God is love. They say life is an illusion, but death is a certainty. Thank you.
Thank you, Colin. We really appreciate you sharing your memories and relationship with my sister. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, we have family, we have friends, and then we have the extended family who become a very close family. So we were very privileged to have crossed paths with the Bridgelal family. And the Bridgelal family have shared very close and special relationship with my sister, especially with Popsy, Selvarani, the boys, and Popsy's brothers, the wives of the brothers, and they all knew my sister and enjoyed the times that they spent with her. So I'd like to call on Merle Bridgelal, who will pay a tribute on behalf of the Bridgelal family.
Thank you, MC. Good afternoon, family and friends. I greet you in the powerful name of Jesus. My name, as you know, is Merle Bridgelal, and it's an awesome privilege and honor to pay tribute to our Amma on behalf of my nephews, Sandesh, Dinesh, and Divesh, and their mom Sylvie, and the rest of the Bridgelal family. Today we gather to honor and give thanks for the extraordinary life of our dear Amma and Ayla, a remarkable woman whose love, kindness, and devotion touched countless hearts. As a loving grandmother, mother, and wife, she left an indelible mark on her family and friends, and her legacy will continue to inspire us all for generations to come. Aya was more than just a mother and a grandmother. She was a spiritual rock, a guiding light, a selfless caregiver. Her commitment to her family was evident in the way she lovingly raised Sandesh, Dinesh, and Divesh, instilling in them the values of faith, compassion, and kindness. Her home was always filled with warmth, laughter, an aroma of delicious cooking. She had a gift of making everyone feel welcome, loved, and valued. Her infectious smile and her gentle spirit brought joy to all who knew her. Aya lived a life deeply rooted in her faith. Her unwavering trust in her religion was a beacon of strength to her family. Her exemplified values of love, kindness, and generosity, inspiring her family to follow her example. Family was everything to Aya. She cherished every moment spent with loved ones, creating lasting memories through countless gatherings, traditions, and simple everyday moments. Her love knew no bounds, and she leaves behind a legacy of tightly woven family relationships. She had a very close bond with my late mom-in-law as well. Aya would even call me once in a few months and check in on my family. As we say goodbye to our remarkable Aya, we take comfort in the knowledge that her impact will continue to ripple through our lives. We will miss Aya dearly, but we will also continue to celebrate her life, her legacy, and the values she instilled in her children and grandchildren. Aya, I want to say thank you. Thank you for being a constant source of love, support, and guidance. Thank you for being an incredible grandmother to Sandesh, Dinesh, and Nivesh, because you basically brought Dinesh and Nivesh up. And thank you for being the loving presence in our lives too. Your memory will be cherished forever. You do not have any favorites because everyone was your favorite. You lived by your values. What was wrong, and what was right and justified. Rest in peace, precious Aya. Your love, legacy, and memory will continue to inspire your children and your grandchildren to live with kindness, compassion, and faith. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, family, the common thread that every speaker shared with us was love, respect, discipline, but giving without being asked. You know, Karim Gubrat says, when you give up yourself, you truly give, not when you give up your wealth, but when you give up yourself, because many of us think that it's about giving, money is giving this, but when you give up your time, when you give up yourself, I think that is when you will actually touch people's lives and you create a lasting impact. And this afternoon and from the morning and through my chats with people and family chatting with people, we learned that my sister truly gave of herself. She gave of her possessions, she gave of her time, she gave of everything that she could if she could make a difference. And that's what life is all about. It's about making a difference. It's not about how big it is, how small it is, but when you make a difference, the ripple effect of that difference, and when the child can come here and stand and say, this is what Aya did for me, or Ma did for me, is what is truly remarkable. Sometimes I think what is within us and in front of us, we don't appreciate it value. And I recall many conversations with my sister. She was a go-to person for all of us. This morning and last night when I was trying to sleep, I'm recalling what am I going to miss the most? And we all of us agreed this well, we're going to miss the phone calls. She was on the phone at 5 or 5 o'clock in the morning for our birthdays, for our anniversaries. If we went to hospital, she was checking on us daily, how we're doing. And in the good years, if we had any little thing that we needed to go to have attended, she was at our home. She was at our home, not only with herself, but everything that we needed was brought with her. So, you know, when you reflect on a life of my sister, we were stopping and said, you're 84, you'll be going to 84, you really don't have to go, you don't have to do this. And she just paid no heed to what we were suggesting. She had a mind of her own. She just felt that she needed to be there, and she was there. As recent as the 24th of September, when my sister Nilaka was doing a prayer, she was there a few days earlier. I think my sister got up at 2 o'clock, and Akka was up at 3 o'clock, and she had everything ready, and she was in charge. She was in charge of the kitchen. There were exceptions to what she couldn't do, but all the other stuff she took in charge. So, whilst we are very sad and heartbroken to say our goodbyes, we also thank God for the moments that we had with her. And I think we were very privileged to have shared many hours and times with her, where she spent the 24th of September at my sister's place, where she met most of her siblings, nephews, nieces, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. And the next day, mind you, whilst we were all very exhausted from the prayer, she was at Katni's house, doing her motherly duties and doing the harmon and the prayer for Katni. So her children's well-being, health was far more important than her own sacrifices that only a mother would make for a child. So we were very privileged that she played such a pivotal role in our lives. And we will miss her tremendously, but we know that the universe favors the brave. And when he chose to lift her life after, the brief moments of a setback in her health, that she would soar to great heights and attain moksha, liberation. At this moment, ladies and gentlemen, we read a few bhajans, either from the USB or if Mother Jenny is somewhere, she can come join us. And then we have a few more speakers and some voice notes from her family in the Philippines. So her 2 grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren are in the Philippines, and they miss their mom very much. So they want to be part of this in every live streaming. So they will also be able to share their time with their ayah or mom and what they feel for her and their time they've enjoyed with her. And she stayed connected. Actually, she used to be on video calls with them. And we've seen photographs of her and her great-grandchildren having conversations and laughter. So she was privileged, she enjoyed life, which is a good thing that we can walk away with today. So sit back and enjoy the bhajans and kirtans. Seshni is family to my sister, and she's grown up with my sister as, being family member, and been spending a lot of time and hours with them as they lived close by next to Pile. So Seshni, we really appreciate you sharing your tribute about my sister and the life that she did while she knew her. Thank you so much.
Greetings, salutations, and humble pronouns, dear family and friends. Today, with a mix of emotions, we gather to bid farewell to Mrs. G Reddy, lovingly known as Amoyaka, Bruce Auntie, or Mary. For me, she was just not a cherished family member. She was my dad's aunt and a beloved grandmother figure in my life. Amoyaka was a pillar of strength and unwavering support for our family. Her presence was a constant reminder of love, encouragement, and faith. During our school years, whenever we needed help with projects or assignments, she was our go-to person. She was always there to cheer us on. She attended our awards functions and celebrated our successes with unparalleled joy. Her pride in our achievements was evident that her encouragement fueled our ambitions. Whether it was family gatherings, a wedding, or a simple prayer, she made it a point to be present, ensuring we always felt loved and supported. Every Friday afternoon, we would pack our bags and head to Uncle Ma's with her for the weekend. Those trips were filled with love and cherished memories, creating bonds that we will carry with us forever. Recently, she visited us at our home for the very first time, where she kept telling my daughter how much she missed her and that she must come home so that she could make her 100 gulgulas. That warmth and affection was just a glimpse of the love she shared with all of us. At Ilogo Sugar Agri Office, she was not only respected, but deeply loved by all. Colleagues often turned to her for assistance, and she was truly the heart of the office. On a cold day, if you needed a toasted sandwich or a cup of hot coffee, Mary was the person to find. Her warmth and generosity knew no bounds, and she always went the extra mile for everyone. Her commitment to community initiatives, especially the Couple Cancer fundraisers, showcased her belief in giving back and uplifting those around her. Her deep-rooted love for her religion, particularly for Lord Muruga, was truly inspiring. She never missed a Kavki festival, immersing herself in traditions and celebrations that united our family. Her dedication extended far beyond our homes. She actively participated in feeding at the table, embodying the spirit of selflessness and compassion. As we remember her today, let us carry forward her legacy of love, faith, and community. She's taught us the importance of family and the joy of giving, and her memory will forever be etched in our hearts. Thank you, Amoyaka, for everything. Your love will always guide us.
Thank you, Seshni. I know that you, your late dad, your mom, and your brother had a special place in my sister's heart. When anything happened at your home, she was there. She was there to be able to do all that she could do as a mother figure in your lives. So I think you had the opportunity and a chance to share beautiful memories and times with her. And I think you will always remember her with fondness and great love. As I mentioned earlier, that my sister had 2 grandchildren who recently immigrated to the Philippines. And as Logeson mentioned in his voice notes, it was a heart-sore moment when those children came and told my sister that they will have to leave South Africa. But my sister was one where she felt that the children must always progress. She always wanted them to be something more, like she wanted for all of us. She She was a fighter, she was a great warrior. A warrior that wanted us to be something in our lives, to have a better life than what we all went through when we were growing up. And she took such amazing values in the children. So this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to appeal to the gentleman in the back. If you want to have a chat, no problem. Please can you move your conversations outside, because I think it's very disrespectful to the speaker who is addressing, taking the time to want to share their love and their fondness and their beautiful memories for the departed sister, and for you to be able to have your conversation. I don't think that that's very fair to the speaker. So I appeal to you that if you want to have a conversation, we don't have a problem, but please can you take your conversations outside. I'd like to call on my niece Nikki, who will now share the voice notes from Tasha on behalf of the grandchildren, and Lucretia and Jenny on behalf of the great-grandchildren. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very trying and a very difficult time in our lives. We'd like to bid our farewell to our sister with love, devotion, and all the values that she taught us and upheld in our lives. So my appeal is genuine, it comes from my heart, because that's what I believe, that any funeral or any prayer should be respected with. So Vicky, would you share the voice notes, please?
Good day, family and friends. I pass this tribute on behalf of the grandchildren. Amma was a true example of strength, resilience, and grace. She was a remarkable woman who embodied the value of hard work. Throughout her life, Amma drew strength and inspiration from her faith. Her unwavering belief in God was a constant source of comfort and guidance to her, and it was truly inspiring to witness the strength and peace that this belief brought to her. She always turned to prayer during difficult times. Her belief in God gave her the courage and resilience to face adversity with grace and dignity. Through her unwavering faith, Amma taught us the incredible power of belief. She showed us that even in the face of hardship and uncertainty, faith can provide us with the strength and courage to persevere. Her faith will continue to inspire us and remind us of the power of prayer, faith, and belief in all aspects of our lives. Our grandmother was a firm believer in the value of hard work. She taught us that success does not come easily, and that anything worth having requires dedication, persistence, and a willingness to work tirelessly towards achieving those goals. Our grandmother was a beacon of hope for those around her, and her passion for helping others has left a profound impact on us. Through her actions, she showed us that by serving others, we have the power to create a positive impact in life. Her example has taught us the true meaning of selflessness and has inspired us to live a life of service to others. Amma's passing is a difficult and painful reality to confront, but it reminds us that life is precious. Amma was precious. We are also reminded of the importance of cherishing the moments we have with our loved ones and making the most of the time we have been given with them. While we will miss our grandmother dearly, we take comfort in knowing that her legacy lives on through the countless lives she has touched and the lessons she imparted on all of us. Her unwavering faith, her belief, her boundless love, and her dedication to giving back to others will always be remembered. She leaves behind a remarkable example of a life well lived, filled with hope, love, and faith. We are eternally grateful for her unconditional love and care. Her passing has left a huge void in our lives. Though Amma may no longer be with us, her spirit will continue to guide us in our own lives, and her memory will live with us forever. Rest in peace, Amma. We love you. This tribute is passed on behalf of Amma's grandchildren, namely Rajeshri and Brandon, Tasha and Alvin, Shaylin and Sashni, Sandesh and Bernie, Dinesh, Livesh and Yolan. Thank you.
Good day, family and friends. We pass the tribute on behalf of the great-grandchildren of our dearest great-grandmother. Aya to many and Mamiama to us was truly a special person. We were honored to have had our great-grandmother as part of our life. We never got the chance to live with Mamiama, but through our many conversations with her, she had taught us lessons in life that we will be sure to carry forward. We always heard that Mamiama was a disciplinarian, and we got a little piece of that from halfway across the world. She always taught us that we must keep to our routines, and even during our holidays, we have to get up early, pray, and be productive. She taught us the importance of faith and prayer. She motivated us to do our best and was our biggest supporter when we achieved our goals. Mamiama was extremely proud of all her great-grandchildren.
Mamiama often gave us home remedies when we were sick, and she made sure that we were always stocked up on herbal, her magic medicine. She spoils everyone with yummy snacks, be it boiled nuts, muffins, and gugula. She made the best. Our favorite snacks were always couriered to us in essence, and she even made sure that we received sugar cane here in the Philippines. She was a person that would go out of her way to make us happy.
The love that Mamiama showed to each of us was truly special. Her smile and laughter will be missed, and the memories of her will never be forgotten. You will always remain in our hearts. We love you, Mamiama. From Lucretia, Janae, Shaden, Ayan, and Timothy.
Thank you, Vijay, for sharing those voice notes. So halfway across the world, people's lives have been affected in a very powerful way because she had such an influence on young, old, and anyone that she met. So I think many of us seated here and those who are not here as well, we're very privileged to have known my sister, a remarkable woman that you would have heard. So we are blessed that we have been able to share our lives with such a remarkable woman. You know, when I recall being the youngest sister in the family and my brother Stephen is seated here, you know, my sisters shared with me their times having had Amoyaka as the eldest and how strict and how disciplined she was. I think we know Stephen, myself, and I was a twin. So when I was born, my sister took care of me, whilst my mum and the others took care of my other twin sister. So I think, you know, I had a very special relationship with her. And through the years, as I was growing up and as I married, she shared that special bond with me and taking care of us. But I think, you know, her nature was such that she just cared so much more for others than for herself. She didn't think it was important to look after herself. She made many sacrifices for the others. And I think that's what we have listened to from every speaker that came up front today. We're very blessed today to have with us my nephew, Indran. For those family and friends who know us, know that this has been a very, very difficult year and last year. My sister lost 2 son-in-laws in the space of a year. How challenging was that for a mother? Through all of that, you would have seen my niece Kadmi seated here, who's had a very difficult life. My sister was a warrior, worried about what happens to Kadmi when she's no more, you know. So we assured her that we will try to do our best to take care of Kadmi when we go, as much as we can. And that's what family is there for. So my nephew Indran from Johannesburg is here. He was not supposed to be here. I coerced him to be here today so he can say a few words on behalf of his Perima. He was privileged to have been there on the 24th of September, and many of us, as I said, to have spent time with her, showing her some cooking skills of his while she was giving him some tips, and they had their time together. So Indran, I'd like you to come forward and share your memories and your time with Perima and with the family as such. Thank you.
Today we gather here with heavy hearts to celebrate and honor the life of Perima, as she was known to all her nieces and nephews, and who meant so much to so many. As I stand before you, I realize that no words can fully capture the love, warmth, and wisdom she shared with all of us. She was a cornerstone of our family, a beacon of strength and compassion, and someone who touched countless lives in ways both profound and simple. Perima was more than a sister, a mother, or a friend. She was a nurturer of hearts. The door was always open, not just to family, but to anyone who needed a warm embrace, a word of encouragement, or simply a place to feel at home. She had a remarkable way of making everyone feel seen, heard, and valued. Her love wasn't loud, but it was unwavering and constant, like a gentle breeze that you always knew was there, guiding you forward. Throughout her life, Perima faced many challenges, but she carried herself with grace, dignity, and a resilience that inspired everyone around her. She had a quiet strength that made you feel safe, and an ability to listen that made you feel understood. Her wisdom was a gift that many of us turn to time and again, knowing that whatever advice she gave came from a place of deep love and life experiences. Her legacy will live on in the lessons she taught us, the importance of family, of kindness, and of faith. She showed us that it's the small acts of love that matter most, whether it was preparing a meal for someone in need, offering a shoulder to cry on, or simply being there without judgment. Her love was a legacy, and we all are better for having been part of that. Today we grieve the loss of her physical presence, but we celebrate the incredible life she lived, the memories we shared, and the love she gave us freely. The Spirit will continue to guide us, and we will carry her with us in our hearts always. May we all find comfort in knowing that she is at peace, reunited with those she loved who passed before her, and that her light will forever shine in the lives of everyone she's touched. Rest in peace, dear Perima. You will be deeply missed, but never forgotten. And I conclude with Perima's most profound words to me. God bless you always. Thank you.
Indran for summing up most of our lives with Perima and Naka. I think at this stage, my part and my duties for the afternoon come to an end. But obviously, it's not without saying thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for being silent. We'd like to just remind that the ceremony will be on the 30th of October. It's going to be Diwali Eve. It's going to be at the same venue, but I think family and all of us will be in touch with you. It will be in the evening, and we'll share with you further details. So it's going to be the 30th of October at the same venue. So, my time with our sister, from the time she fell ill after a setback on the Friday, and when she was rushed to the doctor, to the cardiologist on Saturday morning, came back home, recovered, bouncy, upbeat, well, laughing, enjoying meals with my sisters and the rest of the family who were there, Aarti, Raj, and I think whoever was there, I think Colin, you and Auntie Devi were also there, and everyone that came there on Sunday saw her and realized, she's got more than 9 lives, she's going to live for a long time. Sadly, Monday morning, she took a bad turn and had to be rushed to hospital. I'm reluctant to say this, but I have to say this. But the hospitals and the health department failed us. But we know that it was their time, and she was going to be 84 on the 1st of December. So, having suffered a stroke, I don't think she would have enjoyed being back, losing dignity and wanting others to care for her. Because as long as we've known her, she was a carer for everyone who knew her. So we understand that that's the journey that she had to face. And I think we will remember her for, as Indran said, with all the fond memories we carry in our hearts and minds. So today we're very grateful to the trustees and the board members of this organization, the Krakuban Temple, who gave us the venue free of charge. To Mrs. Jennifer Govender for rendering our beautiful bhajans that was enlightening us during our time of grief, and will continue to do so shortly. To Lee for your sound and providing and making the time to be here at no cost. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. To Tyra and Kieran for live streaming, to family overseas. To all those who were involved in food preparations leading up to today and the days ahead, we thank you very much, because that's what my sister would have done for any one of us. And we were very lucky to have received cash donations from lots of families and friends and people overseas. We're very grateful. The floral tributes that you see and the spray that you see is also being all sponsored. Family and friends, we cannot express our gratitude. I think thank you is not enough, because you have been a pillar of strength to all of us and been able to support us during difficult times. We love you for your care, your support, and I think most of all for being there, because my sister was one of those individuals who was always there. So thank you for being there and to be able to support us during this very difficult time. Mrs. Jennifer Govender will be here shortly to render bhajans. In the meantime, you can sit back and enjoy those bhajans and kirtans. The body will leave this premises at 2:45, departing for the Clara State Crematorium. And I think due to challenges along the way, especially with roadworks and things, we will leave just at about 3 o'clock, and to get to Clara State by 4. Cremation will be at 10 to 5. So thank you for your patience, thank you for your kindness, and most of all, thank you for being here today. Have a safe trip home, and we look forward to seeing you soon. And Auntie Sylvie, thank you so much because you're going to be part of the service group too, I believe. Thank you very much. Auntie Jennifer and Auntie Sylvie, thank you.
Aruttarva Vinayaka Bye. திருநீ என்னை காக்கும் வடிவேலவா வடிவேலின் துணையே வேமுருகா திருநீ என்னை காக்கும் வடிவேலவா வடிவேலின் துணையே வேமுருகா திருநீ என்னை காக்கும் வடிவேலவா உன்னை நாளும் என்னை நாடும் வேமுருகா திருநீ என்னை காக்கும் வடிவேலவா உன்னை நாளும் என்னை நாடும் வேமுருகா ஓம் முருகா ஓம் முருகா சரவண பவ வடிவேலா ஓம் முருகா சரவண பவ வடிவேலா நீ என்னை காக்கும் வடிவேலவா வடிவேலன் துணையே வேமுருகா சிவபெருமானுண்டு தந்தையல்லவோ பார்வதி அம்மாவன் தாயல்லவோ சிவபெருமானுண்டு தந்தையல்லவோ பார்வதி அம்மாவன் தாயல்லவோ ஸ்ரீகணேசவரங்க அண்ணனல்லவோ என்று பாடவென்ன நோயருடன் அல்லவோ ஸ்ரீகணேசவரங்க அண்ணனல்லவோ என்று பாடவென்ன நோயருடன் அல்லவோ ஓம் முருகா ஓம் முருகா சரவண பவ வடிவேலா ஓம் முருகா சரவண பவ வடிவேலா திருநீ என்னை காக்கும் வடிவேலவா வடிவேலன் துணையே வேமுருகா தங்கவண்ணை தேட வடிவேலவா என்ற தண்ணீர் உண்டு நவிலேகம் 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 வேமுருகா ஓம் முருகா ஓம் முருகா சரவண பவ வடிவேலா ஓம் முருகா சரவண பவ வடிவேலா திருநீ என்னை காக்கும் வடிவேலவா வடிவேலன் துணையே வேமுருகா வடிவேலனை காக்கும் வடிவேலவா உன்னை நாளும் என்னை நாடும் வேமுருகா வடிவேலனை காக்கும் வடிவேலவா உன்னை நாளும் என்னை நாடும் வேமுருகா ஓம் முருகா ஓம் முருகா சரவண பவ வடிவேலா ஓம் முருகா சரவண பவ வடிவேலா சரவண பவ வடிவேலா சரவண பவ வடிவேலா கலைமகள் தாயே அருள்வாயே ஒரு தாய்மறை போல் அமென் தமிழ் Nam
been informed that the funeral services have advised that it's best to follow the hearse because there are some roadworks that are happening, and we don't want you to get stuck for those that are going to the crematorium. So if the freeway is open, they will travel through, but if not, they have an alternate route, and it's best to follow them unless you have your own alternative route to the crematorium. Because there have been some roadworks, and people have been out there for a very long time. So we won't want you to be delayed if you make your way to the crematorium. For those that are not going to the crematorium, there are meal packs that are being prepared for you. So on your way out, please help yourself. And please, thank you for being here once again, and a safe journey home, and may God bless you all.
Welcome once again. For those of you who want to do the viewing one more time, please do so, as we will leave the families from our past to do the viewing, as we will leave here accordingly proceeding to the crematorium. Nandri and thank you.
Om Namah Shivaya, Namo Namah. 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 Ira Ira, Namah Shivaya, Agni Namah Shivaya.
Vanaka, once again, I appeal to everybody that's in the hall. Please give us some time for the family to be around. And I appreciate all of you all giving us the chorus for the Namah Shivaya Mala. Nandri and Nikyo.
Haru Kumari Jana
Tony Mania Namah Shivaya.
Yeah. Thank you. How's it going? I should be there in the next half an hour. I'll see you in the next half an hour. Alright, no stress. I'll be there. I'll be there, sure. Sorry again.